Hi, folks, and welcome to another episode of Rick Simon Fishing Adventures. Well, for today's episode, we're targeting rainbow trout. Trout season is in full swing here in March in New England, and the Massachusetts Department of Fish and Game is stocking the local waterways with rainbow, brown, and brook trout right now. For this particular episode, we targeted rainbow trout. Hope you enjoy that. Along with this, I wanted to tell you about a recent issue that I've had with a staph infection. I'm going to go over that at the end of this show because this is not a medical show. However, this may have affect you as an outdoorsman or anyone can have an infection that turns into a staph infection. And what my story and what happened to me was I fell and I cut my finger and didn't go to the doctor quickly enough. I thought it would heal on its own through over-the-counter treatment. And after months, it got worse and worse and worse till eventually it spread into my bone, and then I had a real problem. So I'll talk a little bit more about that in this episode. So I hope you enjoy the episode, and we'll talk to you at the end of the show.
That hurts. Let's just click on that one. Oh yeah, I'm fine. I was getting a bite though. Overreacted. I took my bait too. Oh. Hey, at least they're biting, right? Now, folks, that's pretty slippery there. I do that quite often, folks. I just don't film it most of the time. Oh, are we getting a bite here? No. What really makes me mad is I missed the fish. There you go, folks. I got him. Let's see if he's still on there. It's a good sized fish. Really having trouble getting him. This isn't the best reel in the world. Wayne put this on yesterday. We picked this up down in Florida because the other reel was just a piece of absolute garbage and falling apart. So it's hard to tell how big this fish is, but I'm having a little bit of trouble with him. Jeez. A nice fish. Hopefully I didn't break the line. I don't know if this is the guy that stole my bait and made me fall on my rear end earlier. Alright, I gotta tighten this drag a little bit, I think. There we go. God, this thing is huge. Feels like it at least. I don't know, maybe it's just not that big, maybe just this line, I don't know. He's not really coming now. Jeez, oh man, buddy, what is it? Not that big of a fish, really. I don't know. He's gonna break the line, I think. God, I've been fighting this thing. It seems like 10 minutes. God almighty. It's a monster. Look at how big this fish is. All right, try not to lose him. He's hooked perfectly, but this line's so... Oh. He got off. I knew it. I grabbed the line and he got off. Oh, my Lord. Oh, well. God. Terrible. I grabbed the line. That fish was caught. But unless you get him in, it doesn't count. He was a big one, man. He put up a hell of a fight. I don't know how big that trout was, but that was a nice rainbow. Biggest rainbow I've caught in a while. So, but, whew. That was a tough one. Off to a great start here today. I fall right on my back. Then I lose a monster trout. Alright folks, I put this change lines here. I cast it back out in that same spot, but I got a heavier line on now. That light line is not meant for catching I don't know how big that trout was. It was probably a broodstock trout. I don't know. All right, folks, this one's oh geez, this one's a good size one too. I got him on a bigger line now, so it'll be a lot easier to land him. Yeah, it's a lot easier to wind in than he was on that other line. He's not as big, but that other fish was a monster. But this guy's jumping out of the water a lot. He's pretty good size. Hopefully I won't make the same mistake that I made with that other one. Oh geez, nope. Yep, that's a good sized fish. It's a good size one. That last one was big, but look how I barely hooked him, folks. Look at that. Right there, barely hooked. Just take it right out of you, buddy. But, yeah, I don't think... This is a good sized fish. Hold still, bud. I'm gonna let you go. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. Actually, I just bring him over here and use my pliers to get him off. Might as well, since I got him. And we'll let him go. Are you the one who made me fall into the water earlier? What do you mean that was Reggie? That was Reggie that made me fall in? Well, tell Reggie if I catch him, I'm bringing home to eat him. Fell right on my back. I'm just joking, buddy. That's a nice trout, folks. Look at that. Big fat trout. Let him go. All right. So, folks, as I alluded to in the opening here, I've had a rough time here lately. On top of this infection that I have, I fell off the kayak about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think it was like March 14th into the water, and man, I had boots on at the time, and I was above my head, and luckily Wayne was nearby, and he pulled his kayak up, and I grabbed a hold of that and his paddle. But don't ever wear boots when you're kayaking, folks. I was just out testing something real quick, and I wasn't going to go that far out. I've been on a kayak forever, and just a bad situation. It happens. Well, folks, you saw me lose that big fish earlier. If you watch this show enough, you see me lose enough big fish. The reason I don't get upset about it is I just go fishing so much that you don't worry about it, because you know in another day or two you'll catch another one like it, or another week or two. So it's not the end of the world. I was going to let that fish go anyways if I caught it, so it was a successful release. I do like to land it though, to show the audience, but he outsmarted me. There we go. He's taking it. There we go, folks. This one doesn't feel as big as the other ones, but oh, it got off. It was a nice one. Dang gum. I don't know how that thing got off. Oh well. Having a rough day. There we go. That one I got. Oh geez. Man, he's really, oh Lord. Easy, buddy, jeez. He's jumped out of the water 10 times already. He thinks he's a bass, but he's a trout. All right, let's get him over here. All right, there we go. All right, buddy. All right, one's not as big as the last one. Still nice fish though. Let's see. Haha, all right, just barely took it, but he took it. He was hooked good. Just see, they're hard to, even when they barely take it. I'd like to take it off the hook with this these pliers. See, There it is, barely hooked. But I don't want to have to mess around. See? Just came right out. Whoa. Oh, what a catch. Dude, I'm letting you go right now. All right. That was cool. There we go, something's on there, folks. He's not committed yet. Here he goes, he's gonna take it. Take it, take it, take it, take it. Ah, too early. That just shows you just not very good angling, folks. Way too early on that. And you know, I'm a little bit flustered after falling on my rear end earlier, and that other fish that got off, even though I don't think he was as big as I thought he was. On this line, there was it was snagged up a little bit towards the tip of the rod. That's what was causing that noise when I was winding him in. It wasn't a drag issue or anything with the reel, but he was a little bit bigger. But all right, let's see if I can catch one here. There we go. Got another one, folks. Oh, this one's really putting up a fight. He's not very big, but the one big one. I don't know, he's probably not going to bite again, folks. I think that I wore him out a little bit. This guy's hardly putting up any kind of a fight. All right, he's coming over here. Oh, geez. He's freaking out a little bit. He's pretty. All right. All right. Easy, buddy, easy. Easy, 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 easy. All right, another one barely hooked. Just came right out. Nice size fish. Got some meat on him. Make sure I don't fall again. All right, buddy, we'll see you. Here we go, folks. Ah, oh, I got him. Okay, I got him. Barely pulled up on that. Is he still on there? Oh, he's still on there. He's a little one. He's taking me to the side. Whoa. There you go. Nice jump, buddy. Here comes again. All right. Live action. This guy wants to be on ABC's Wide World of Sports. Let's go, buddy. There's actually a good sized fish here, folks. Looks like a halfway decent sized fish. I'm going to bring him in over here. Try not to fall again. Oh. And that makes up for the one that got away earlier, folks. Just make sure he didn't break the hook off. All right. Are you the one that got away earlier? You look like him. That's a beautiful fish. He got off right at shore, so I don't feel so bad about losing the one that got away earlier. All right, buddy. Easy taking you off the hook. Get out of here. You'll notice, folks, that I'm using a little bit of a shorter leader here. That's because we're in a pretty shallow lake. The maximum depth of this lake, when I looked it up online, is 8 feet. So having said that, and you know that most of the trout are near the bottom, you don't want to have a 4 or 5 foot leader. You just won't be in the right place to attract them. And that's pretty important. I've found in the past that when I am not catching fish and I look around me and I see other people catching them, a lot of times it may be because of the leader size. So now I just constantly changing throughout. There we go, folks. I got him. Good sized fish. Looks like it at least. It's gonna have a good fight. Here it comes. Good sized fish. Oh. Oh. All right. All right. Barely got him. Look at this. Look at this hook. Look at that, folks. Oh. Well, we're having fun today catching lots of trout, folks. And these are all good sized trout. Definitely fish that you could definitely keep and enjoy a nice meal with, but we're letting them go because you know, trout season really just started. So we had that catch and cook last week, so we'll definitely have another catch and cook soon, but today's your lucky day, buddy. Your nice fish. All right. Well, folks, a couple days ago, Sarah and my wife, went out and caught a few fish, and I'd like to share that video with you now. I'm not the only fisherman in this family. There's Wayne, Sarah, and Chase, my oldest son. So we're going to be going and doing a fishing episode with Chase pretty soon. Most of you probably know my son Chase. Well, maybe not. My oldest son Chase, he has disability, autism, but we do bring him fishing. He enjoys getting out with his family, and he likes to fish for bass and bluegill, he said, even though it's trout season. But we'll take him out this weekend and see if we can have any luck. I actually forgot what I was talking about there, folks. These fish are my wife caught the other day when we went out for an hour or so. So hope you enjoy it. You got him? Yeah. All right, wind him in. Is he on there or no? Is he on there? Oh yeah. Nice one, honey. All right. That's a nice rainbow, honey. Oh my Lord. Yeah. Well, we're gonna take this guy off the hook and let him go. All right. It's on there. Just grab it. Jerk up on it. I think it's on there. Keep winding. No, don't jerk up again. Just wind. There you go. I think you got it.
This one might be bigger than the last.
Keep your rod tip up. That's it. Good, good. Where is he? Oh, that's a good size one. Yeah. I walk back with it. Oh wow, it's crazy. This guy's crazy, honey. It's crazy. All right.
Want the pliers?
Yeah, I'll get the pliers and get him out the hook. Second fish for Yanni. All right.
That's my limit, 3.
Yeah. So if you're wondering, okay, is my leader long enough? One good way to tell folks is if you pull in your line and you're getting a lot of seaweed on it, generally your leader's not long enough, because what's happening is it's just sitting down there in the seaweed. You want it above the seaweed or the weeds or whatever is at the bottom of that lake. This lake is not a very weedy lake. However, there are lakes that we fish in that are very, very weedy. In fact, one of the lakes we're going to be fishing in soon is a very, very weedy lake. We're going to be fishing there for bass, but leaders do make a big difference. You don't want your bait to be, especially for trout fishing, you don't want your bait to be sitting in weeds, otherwise the fish won't see it. There we go, folks. I got that one. Look, here he comes. Oh, this guy's going all over the place. Look how fast he swims. He's coming. And I'm gonna slide again in. Oh, that guy is beautiful. Holy moly, look at this guy. Uh-oh. What's going on with this guy? Well, he barely swallowed my hook, but he's got other crap in him. Somebody, we're gonna clean you up, buddy. Look at all this crap he's got going through him. He swallowed somebody else's hook. All right, well, he's still eating, so he's obviously healthy. This is not my hook, folks, but I don't want this guy. See here, see? Must have broke somebody's line, but it's really down his throat. So I'm just gonna take this off for him, so he's not swimming around with this thing. Yeah, you don't want that, do you, buddy? No. I don't know when that thing's gonna come out of him, folks, but it may never. Oh, sorry, buddy. See, there's my hook right there. All right, buddy. Don't worry, I'm letting you go. You're making it harder on yourself. Come on. Beautiful, just like the rest of them. All right, I took that hook out of your mouth, so say thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I didn't take the hook out of his mouth. I cut that extra leader out of his mouth. He swallowed that. Whoever caught him before must either cut the hook on him or he broke the line. But when I see, usually I would let that fish, if I caught that fish and he swallowed that hook like that, I'd usually eat that fish. But obviously, you know, he's going after my bait and he's fighting good. So, you know, if I would have caught a fish like that, I probably would have taken him home. But seeing that he's healthy, I'll let him go. Well, anytime you're eating trout, folks, if you're going to bring them home and eat them, if you're not filleting them, if you're cooking them whole, make sure there aren't any hooks or any type of split shots or anything like that, obviously. A lot of times these fish break off, a lot of times they swallow it and people cut the hook, and you got to be careful. So generally when a fish swallows, oh, here we go, and some bite here. Generally when a fish swallows a hook that bad, I usually will keep it, but I didn't that time. He didn't swallow my hook, that's why, and he was healthy. Let's see if I can land this guy. There he goes, you see? He's still there. There he goes. Hold. There we go, I got him. But see, I'm hooking him right through the lip because I'm using a smaller hook, and you know, that's a goal. Especially if you're not eating them. I don't kill a fish just to kill a fish. I gotta fight this guy's putting up. God, this guy's crazy. Dude. Oh no. I don't want to drop this guy. Oh my Lord, he barely took it. Look at that. Look at that monster, folks. Look how I hooked him, see? All of them have been hooked like that, and I take great pride in that. If you watched last week's episode, a couple of them swallowed it. Those are different types of trout, folks. I don't know what these guys do, but here, this is a different lake. See that trout? He looks different than those ones I was catching last week, but we're gonna let this guy go, and I'm catching quite a few here, folks. So, like I said, they socked this place about a week or two ago. There you go, folks. Got him. Every time I step back, I feel like I'm gonna fall. Oh, this one's a little good size, I think. There he comes. Yeah, this one's a good sized fish. He's putting up a good fight. Well, look, folks, there was a problem with the GoPro, and I pulled in this monster. This guy is, without a doubt, one of the bigger, well, he is the biggest fish of the day so far, so, all right. Well, folks, you get a good look at that fish. My GoPro died as I was bringing him in, but he is a fat slob. Go ahead, buddy. All right, see you later. Nice fish. So folks, that last fish that I caught, I learned a very valuable lesson. My GoPro died, but I still landed a fish about a week ago. During a bass episode, it was a couple weeks ago, I caught a really nice bass, but my GoPro died. I tried changing the battery while I was fighting the fish, and I had to fish up the boat and he got off. And I felt so bad about it afterwards that I didn't get a chance to show him off. But this time I just decided to catch him and then show the audience afterwards. He put up a good fight though. You saw some of the fight, but you know, it was a good sized fish. There we go. I got that one, folks. All right. Oh jeez. Oh gee. He keeps coming out. Well, dude, geez. God, this guy's feisty. Oh Lord. See if he turns. Yeah, you're going in the shore, buddy. It's not the way you want to go. You want to go out. All right. All right. Barely hooked him too, folks, as you can see. But I'll still use the pliers. Why not? My mother-in-law got me these nice pliers. And she really helps support the channel a lot. She knows exactly what to get me. I don't know, she knows. My mother-in-law knows if you get me fishing stuff, you're good. Doesn't matter what kind of fishing stuff it is, but all right, buddy, take it easy. I'm just trying to not hurt his lip at all. There we go. And there we have it. All right, dude, take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. I'm not gonna hurt you. There we go. He's not quite as big as the other ones, but still a nice fish. All right, buddy, go ahead. Well, folks, I think I may try for one more, then I may call it a day because I'm running out of power bait. I only have 2 left. Got him that time. This will be the last fish of the day if I land him. You know, I've caught about, God knows how many fish today. If you know, leave a comment. Quite a few. And you know, oh, this one's good size. Come on in here, buddy. All right. All right, let's see what we got here. And he didn't swallow it very good either. So here we go, folks. See? Small hook, barely took it. That fish is fine. That's simple. That's simple, folks. All right. I'm gonna let you go, buddy. All right, I've caught a lot of fish here today, folks, so I'm gonna... Now you get out of here. No, that way? Yeah, very good. I caught a lot of fish here, folks. My goal isn't to catch every fish in the lake. Wasn't joking, folks. Used all my power bait. So folks, I'll tell you a little bit about this story about how I got this staph infection. This isn't a medical channel, this is a fishing channel, but this may relate to some of you. It's starting to really heal now, but back in November 16th was the date actually, I went tog fishing with Wayne and I was out on these rocks and I slipped and fell and ended up getting a really bad cut on my hand. It wasn't that deep, I didn't need stitches, but it hurt. Immediately after it happened, I put peroxide on it and Neosporin, and I continued to treat the infection, well, I should say the cut, until it healed properly. It took quite a bit of time to heal. Here you can see me walking out on those rocks, folks. All right, folks, getting ready to do some togging today. So, gonna walk out here on these rocks. Wayne's out on the end already, and see if we can catch some tog. So you saw those rocks that I fell on. I didn't film me falling, but I was holding my rod and making like a fist like this, and when I fell, that's what happened on the rocks. mean, that's happened to me a million times. I'm always getting bumps and bruises. In this episode, I fell flat on my back, if you watched that earlier. With that being said, though, this just didn't heal. It was closed, but I felt like there was like some scar tissue on it, and it kept on like getting bigger and bigger. And I'll show you the picture of the x-ray here. You can see in the x-ray, well, let me just show you. Well, you can see in that x-ray, folks, that dark spot, that's an infection that spread into my bone. That's called osteomyelitis. And what that is that's an infection that goes from tissue into bone. So the infection was in tissue, but it spread into my bone. And once it spreads into your bone, it's a pain in the neck to get out. I've been on antibiotics now for about a month and a half. I didn't even know, I didn't even get this thing looked at until February, as I mentioned in the episode. Towards the end of February, after the episode where I caught that big trout on the ice, we were coming home and Wayne looked at my hand. He's like, "Dad, you better get that looked at." But I went on a series of antibiotics. The first antibiotic I went on helped a little bit. Then he put me on another one, and that really started to help out a lot. Then I went to see the infectious disease specialist. They didn't have good news to say. They were like, "There's no way you're going to be able to get this thing to heal without being set up on a PICC line," which is like an IV, for 4 to 6 weeks. Well, after having gone to that second doctor, they referred me to a hand specialist. The hand specialist was going to look at to see if he had to amputate it or cut any of it out or whatnot. So when I went in to see the hand specialist, they had better news. The second antibiotic that the doctor had put me on was doing its work, and it was starting to get rid of some of the infection. So it was starting to heal, but I was going to have to stay on antibiotics for another 4 to 6 weeks. And that's where I'm at now. I don't need a PICC line, but I've been on antibiotics for over a month, and I'm probably going to be on them at least another month. I go for a follow-up in mid-April. However, it looks like now that the infection is starting to go away, and I'm hoping that I can not have to deal with some of the drastic things that they were talking about earlier. Here you can see, folks, I've been on antibiotics for over a month, as I mentioned, and these are, I'm going to be on antibiotics at least another 2 or 3 months. So I guess if I have anything to say about this is, if you have any question, if you have an infection and anything like that, go to the doctors right away. Don't make the mistake that I did. It could happen to you if you're a fisherman. It can happen to you if you're any kind of an outdoorsman. We're working on a backyard. It really doesn't matter. You're bitten by a snake or something, or a flounder like I've been several times. So don't take it for granted. Don't take your health for granted.
Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed that episode of Rick Simon Fishing Adventures and showing you that information on the staph infection and bone infection. I'm not doing that to try to sensationalize anything. The reason that I'm doing it is if you run into a situation like this, maybe it's you, maybe it's your friend, maybe it's your son or daughter, mention something to him, get it treated. Luckily for me, Wayne said something to me and confirmed what I already thought was an issue. And I went ahead and got it taken care of. But I should have got it taken care of a lot quicker. It would have made a lot more sense. We ended up not being able to go on our trip to the Midwest. We were talking about going out there. If you're looking forward to that episode, it didn't happen because of the staph infection. I was in doctor's appointments and things like that. So, if I would have got that treated right away, not only would I have been healthier, but I would have got to go on my fishing trip with Wayne to the Midwest. I had to cancel it because of thinking that I was, saving time, but actually I wasted a lot of time. So learn from my mistakes. So hope you enjoyed this episode, folks. And we're going to be doing a lot more trout fishing, but we're going to be mixing it up with open water fishing. I'm hoping to do a family fish episode with my son Chase and my wife Sarah. We'll see how that works out. And if we catch any fish, we'll post them in another episode. Appreciate all your support. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.